Allow me to show you something.
In Module 6.1, we looked at top tricks, but a lot of the time you won't have enough top tricks to make your contract. You'll frequently have to find extra tricks from other sources, and the easiest source of additional tricks is suits where you're only missing the ace, like this one. Once we have lost to the ace, you can see that we will have 3 winners in this suit once we regain the lead. Not top tricks, because we have to lose the lead first, but they are tricks we expect to make. Similarly, if we have these cards, we have only 1 top trick, but we will make 2 more tricks once we have lost to the king. We won't always lose a trick to the king, by the way, but we'll come to that in the next module. The other important source of tricks is from length. If we have enough cards in a suit to exhaust the opponent's holdings, even our 2s and 3s can become winners. For example, here we have only 2 top tricks, but if the 4 remaining spades are split evenly between our opponents, once we cash the ace and king, our 5 remaining small cards will all be winners. When you look at a long suit to try to figure out how many tricks you might take from it, it's useful to have an idea of how the opponent's cards are likely to break. The probabilities are on screen, but it's not necessary to memorize these numbers in order to make good decisions. All you need to do is remember this one phrase: odds break even, evens break odd. When you're missing an odd number of cards, they're likely to break as evenly as they can. 5 missing cards in a suit are much more likely to break 3-2 than the more unequal 4-1 or 5-0. Similarly, 7 missing cards are much more likely to break 4-3 than 5-2, 6-1 or 7-0. Conversely, when you're missing an even number of cards, they are more likely to break unequally. So, missing 4 cards 3-1 is more likely than 2-2, and missing 6, 4-2 is more likely than 3-3. A rough grasp of these probabilities can be helpful when deciding which suits to try for extra tricks. Let's see how this affects the play. Here, with the suit split favourably between the defenders, we cash the ace and king, and all 4 of the missing cards fall in these 2 rounds, leaving us with 5 little winners in the north hand, for a total of 7 tricks. What happens when the suit splits 3-1? Well, we cash the ace and king, but West still has a winning jack. But if we play another spade straight away, forcing West to take that winner, we still have 4 winners that we have established in the north hand. As long as we can get the lead back in the north hand, we can cash these winners, and we will take 6 tricks from that long spade suit. Here, we're missing 5 cards. Remember, odds break even, so we have a reasonable expectation that the opponent's cards will break 3-2. When that happens, which is just over 2/3 of the time, all the opponent's spades will fall under our ace, king and queen, and we'll make 5 tricks from this suit. Here we have the same layout as our last example, but this time we're missing the queen. We will cash our ace and king, leaving West with a winner, and just like before, play another spade to force out that winner so that our little spades in the north hand become winners, netting us 4 spade tricks in total. Sometimes you have to give up a trick to win more tricks. So we've looked at positions where we have 9 and 8 cards between our 2 hands. How about 7? Here, with a lucky break of 3-3, the opponent's cards will all fall under our ace, king and queen, and we will win 5 tricks from North's 5 spades. But remember, evens break odd, so an uneven split is more likely. So we'll probably have to lose at least 1 trick in the suit. We will soon find out how they break when we start playing our top honours. When we play the 3rd round, we get the bad news. The statistics are proved right and West is going to be left with a winner. But that's okay, we know to play another spade as soon as possible and make our last little one good. So we make 4 tricks from North's spades, even though they only have 3 big cards. Plans don't always go smoothly, and reality does not always take the most probable route. Sometimes evens break even and odds break odd, and the cards will split badly for you from time to time. But the principle still applies that you can establish extra tricks from your long suits by forcing the opponents to take these winners in those suits, even if you have to do it more than once to cope with a bad break. So, to summarise, once you've counted your top tricks and you start looking for extra tricks, Ask yourself these two questions. Are there suits in which you can knock out an opponent's ace or other high cards to quickly take more tricks? And do you have long suits in which you're likely to win more tricks, or can you concede a trick in a long suit to establish more tricks? These will greatly help you to prepare your plan of attack, but you'll also want to consider finessing, which we'll discuss in the next module.